everybody. ClayTxblet. I'm Clay Anderson. It's 10-10-2020. There you go, right? That's some kind of thing. They'll make that into a deal. Where you're the 10 plus the 10, and then it's 2020, and it's like some bullshit. Anyways, it's in the morning. About 10 o'clock. Look, 10:15. It's 10:10 at 10:10, 10:10, 2020. Yo. Do some college football picks. It's Oklahoma, Texas Saturday. Get your bearings. Except the dust has been knocked off that game because Oklahoma's lost 2 in a row. Texas lost last week to TCU. Should have lost to Tech. They should both be coming in on a 2-game losing streak into the Red River Shootout, which notoriously takes place early in the season. And you both have already lost 2 games. Because Texas really lost to Tech. I mean, to act like they beat Tech, I mean, it's by the hair of your chinny chin chin. I mean, miracle stuff had to happen for you to get that win. But, okay, well, let's see if we can... Okay, here we go, right here. Bow, right here. -3, Oklahoma. I don't like it. You're telling me Oklahoma's favored with a freshman quarterback? I'm going to go Texas. I would take Texas at +3.5. Let's start getting things written down so that Papa Clay can take note. Everybody can take note. You're going Texas +3.5. Because I think they'll win that game outright. Much less 3.5. So let's snoop in on Oklahoma. So they got to 35. Look at them. They come in strong and they beat whoever the Missouri State Bears are. Whip them 48-0. Loss and over. Yeah. I mean, you're telling me you only got to 30? I watched some of that game. I didn't finish it. I watched some of this game. Yeah. I'm going with Texas. +3.5. That's where the money's at. Alright, I've watched Tech too. Iowa State. That's so many points. You gotta take Tech. Look. That's too many points. Tech scores a lot of points. I mean, 13.5? Oh, man. I mean, I'll take that. I don't know who Iowa State thinks they are. You know, trying to cover a 13.5 spread. I mean, they could just straight up lose that game. I mean, to act like there's some kind of machine, like some old school, like all of a sudden they're Notre Dame. You know what I mean? Because they won a couple games against like the guy making his first start at OU. Get out of here. Nah. Alabama, Mississippi. I mean, is Nick Saban just going to absolutely embarrass Lane Kiffin? God, those point spreads are so big. I mean, because if Ole Miss just gets to like 21, I mean, you got to score like 45 points, which they can do. I haven't watched Ole Miss. Look, I mean, I'm not going to act like... This is one of the things with college football is... Like in pro football, you kind of know, like, you've got bearings on, like, when you beat somebody, how good somebody is, because you saw them last year. You know, like, you're familiar. Things are more, you know, the level of play. You know, like that deal, Oklahoma beat somebody 48-0, the Missouri State Bears. Well, what does that mean? I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Like, everybody in the Big 12 would probably beat them 48-0. Like, that just doesn't mean anything. They probably quit scoring points, like, you know, midway third quarter. They just even quit trying to score points because they don't want to do them like that. They don't want to do them like that. And then you turn around, pow, and you lose to Iowa State. You lose to Kansas State. You know? I'm going to have to come back to the Alabama game. I got to come back to the Alabama game. Now let's talk about Arkansas Auburn. See, that's been bet down from 18 to 14, which means money's coming in on Arkansas. I'll take that 14 and a half. This is the week. Remember, there's a week, right? Every year where, I mean, it all falls apart. There's like upset. They're just straight up upsets. Much less like point totals. Like Arkansas will go in there and win that ball game. Give me the 14 and a half. Arkansas plus 14 and a half. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying Auburn. I watched that Auburn Georgia game. I was like, Auburn's ranked what? That was what I thought whenever it was about like second quarter. I mean, I'm like, Georgia is dominating them to the point, like, it looks like Auburn's not even ranked. Like, this is the end of the season, and Auburn's like 4-3. You know, and they had them ranked way up there, like 12 or something, and they just got demolished. It wasn't even close. Florida, Texas A&M. Why is that point spread so close? I mean, A&M, that's the game right there, is Kansas State, Texas. Oh, man. TCU, 9.5? No way. Bro, these people, what is this stuff? K-State plus 9.5. I got 10 right there. I'm taking 10.5. I'm buying the half. Who is that? Who's giving me 10? Who slipped up and giving me 10 still? William Hill, whoever that is. I'm taking K-State plus 10.5. They're crazy, dude. Texas Christian is not that much better than them. No way. No way. What? K-State plus 10.5. Florida A&M, back to that. Back to Florida again. When I say A&M, I'm from Texas, so it's just like you say A&M, and then you're talking about Texas A&M. You're not talking about Florida A&M and any other A&M. I mean, A&M is Texas A&M. First off, I hate A&M. We got neighbors; they're big time A&M people. Fuck them. You know, they're big alumni, going to the games, all that shit. They're dickheads. And I'll take Florida at plus 5.5. You know what I'm saying? Give me Florida. We'll see if this old boy Trask You know, he's Mr. Big Shot, thinks he's gonna win the Heisman or something, like he's somebody. See what he can do. See what he's gonna do. You know? Who have we missed here? We just started at Oklahoma. I need to go back up. Mississippi State, Kentucky. I mean, look, I can pick at it, but I don't know. And I don't trust Leach. That's a problem. Because you don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to score 50 or are they going to fall flat on their face? You know? I would take Leach to rebound. I'll take the points in Leach at plus 3.5. Because I mean, like, Kentucky who? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, get real. Duke, Syracuse. Look, I'm not picking that game. I don't know nothing about that. This Pittsburgh, Boston College. They was saying on game day, who Bear, you know, making his picks. He's taking BC. Which they were showing his picks from last week. His picks weren't for shit last week. So he don't know what he's talking about. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched any of that. Either one of those teams. So I can't come in here and act like I know. I don't know about North Carolina State, Virginia, East Carolina, South Florida. Okay, Clemson, Miami. I'm going to take Miami at 15.5. Because they look pretty good against Florida State. Are they going to be able to hang? I would just take the points. I mean, you know. I mean, that's 2 touchdowns. And some. What's that first half line on that? Are they giving you like 7.5 or 8.5? Let's go. Let's find that. 8.5. See, that would be something I would be interested in. That first half right there. I'm gonna write that down. Miami, Clemson, first half. Miami at plus 8.5. First half. You see what I'm saying? Because it'll fall apart in the second half. Alright, well, we'll get back to... Yeah, that's the game right there. What time is that Kansas State game? 3 Central? Tennessee, Georgia. I mean, they're trying to hop up Tennessee, and I'm just like, man, Tennessee hasn't been worth a shit since, like, Peyton Manning. What, the year after Peyton Manning? And now when they won the national championship? I haven't been worth nothing since. It's been a disaster since. And Georgia looked good. I'd probably take Georgia at 12.5. I mean, I ain't going to saddle up with Tennessee. I ain't saddling up with Tennessee. Not plus, minus. So minus 12.5. I ain't saddling up with Tennessee. Nah. Yeah, I'm not picking that game, this game. Oh, Virginia Tech, North Carolina. Ooh. Look how far that got bet down from -7 to 3. Which tells me I'm going to go Virginia Tech plus 3.5. Because you either win or lose in this thing. I ain't doing no push with Vegas and pay them juice. You know what I mean? Either give me my money or keep it all. bastards. They know who they are, and they know how they act, and they know what they're doing, and all that. You know what I'm saying? They know who they are. They know. All right, who have we missed? Oh, Alabama, Mississippi. Dude, you gotta go with Bama. Minus 23.5. I mean, because I ain't sad. I mean, think about that. You gotta saddle up with Ole Miss. Or you can take Saban. And I don't think Kiffin's worth the shit. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Mr. talking about he couldn't cover me because he used to be an all DB because he had hip surgery and I'm something. I'm like, and Saban's like 70 and you're 40 and he run you out of town. Dude, he's probably gonna, oh, yeah. The more I think about it, minus 23 and a half. South Carolina, Vandy. Who cares? Who knows? Who knows and who cares? Texas State, Troy. I'm falling asleep just saying that. Now, this BYU, Texas, San Antonio. I mean, hasn't Texas, San Antonio, like, let's look at their scores. Okay, so they. Alabama, Birmingham Blazers. I mean, 34 is a bunch. Is an absolute lot. I'm going to take that 35 and a half. I'm going to take that 35 and a half. I don't even know what I'm talking about there, but if you was asking me, I'd have to take that 35 and a half. It's just so many points. What else we got on deck? Anything? Oh, yeah, Florida State, Notre Dame. You're telling me Notre Dame is going to beat Florida State by 21 and a half points? I mean, Miami did embarrass them. Is Notre Dame that good? I mean, I think I watched them like at the very first of the year. What is this now? We're not loading now? We don't want to load now? Wow. They don't want to load Notre Dame. I mean, they beat Duke by 27-13. Dude, that's too many points, bro. That's too many points. That's just too many points. Where is it on here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Dude, give me Florida State plus 21 and a half. I don't care. But I'm all about these underdogs because to me, it's just like, man. LSU, Missouri. Who knows? Who cares, man? Like, what's going on at LSU? I heard somebody say, they said, like, you remember how Auburn had one great year with a quarterback come in, da-da-da, ba-da-da, great, championship, and then just bottom out? Is that what LSU is going to be? I said, that's not a bad thought. That's not a bad thought. You know? Not a bad thought at all. Not a bad thought at all. It's 15 and a half. But I mean, Missouri could be absolute trash. See, I don't know. I haven't watched either one of these teams. God, they lost to Tennessee by that much. See what I'm talking about? You're telling me they played Alabama that good? Well, who did LSU play last week? I can't remember. Oh, Vanderbilt. They got off the schneid. They went and rubbed it in Vanderbilt's face because they got beat by Leach, the mighty fighting Mississippi State Leeches. I don't know. But if I just had to guess, I think I'd take Missouri in the points. I don't even think, did I take one favorite Alabama? That was it. I don't believe in nobody. I think there's too many like points on the board this week. You're down in Vegas, you know? You're gonna sell me on Kentucky. I mean, Clemson, Miami. I mean, that game could be. I mean, oh, I took Georgia too. Let me look at Tennessee right quick. I want to see what their stuff looks like. Where is it? Okay, here they are. See, push. Forget that, bro. That's why you got to take that 4.5 or that 3.5 and get your win. Either way, you would have bet that. You got your win. You buy that half point. Either way. You buy that or you buy that. You know? No, you buy it. You might have point. Take no push. Buy some points. Buy points. You know what I mean? You ever heard of that? How many points is that? 12 and a half. What does that first half look like? Man, Georgia looked good against Auburn. I mean, I'm talking about good. That's what scares me, man. These people, they think they got something going on because you've been playing Missouri and South Carolina, and then you go down to Georgia, and they just like absolutely embarrass you. I'm sticking with Georgia. Texas. Look, this is my piece of paper. Look. Okay. You got Texas. I got Texas. I got Tech. I definitely got Tech at plus 13 and a half. I'm giving up the points at Alabama. I got Arkansas 14 and a half. I got Florida. I got them giving up points. Okay, I got Florida giving up points too. But see, I'm clouded. I'm clouded on this one because I don't like A&M. I never have liked them. I think they're boring to watch. The only thing good is the 12th man stuff and the cadets and the push-ups and all that shit. But I don't like them. I'm a Longhorn through and through. Didn't go to either school. Too dumb to get into either school. Too dumb. But I still think Florida's going to beat them. Okay. Kansas State plus 10.5. That's got to be value. Where's this money line action at? Because there's some value there. Because that's what I'm talking about. Because if you're telling me, no, that ain't no upset. I mean, that Texas upset, well, that's not worth betting, though. Might as well just take the points. But you're telling me Kansas State at plus 290? I'd put $500 down on that. You know? When you... How much would you win? How much do you win at $500? So what is it? 290 times 5? Is that what we're talking about? $1,450. Straight up Kansas State win. Now 500. I want to talk about that plus 90 Kansas State. I'm going to write that down too. I got to check on that 290. Look at this. Minus 10,000 to 100. You got to put up 10 G's. And they'll give you $2,000 if Texas San Antonio, the Mighty Fighting who? What are they? The Roadrunners. Holy shit. The Mighty Fighting Roadrunners. Stun the Cougs will BYU. Florida State at plus 900. You know, that might be worth sliding in $100 on that. Just because, you know, just a whoop. 100, whoop. At 950. I slide in a beaner on that if I had the money. I ain't got no money, but if I did, I'd put 100 on Florida State. Just because the value. Florida State at plus 950. Woo! For that straight up. I do $100. I'm going to put it down. $100. And I'm doing fucking 500. Bow. You know what I mean? That means OU, Texas is about to be underway. That little boop, boop, beep, boop, beep. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. I got that calendar alert. That's about all on the money line. Well, there's picks right there, pal. Saturday. Dismiss. Saturday. October 10th. Texas OU weekend. Clemson, Miami. K-State TCU. I'm calling value right there, that 10 points on that game. I don't know how. That seems to be completely crazy. Why would TCU be getting that many points? Is the quarterback out for Kansas State or something? Can I find that info right quick? Here, let's get into it right quick. Let me see if we can just find anything. No, not Kansas. I'm talking about Kansas State. Kansanzans. That's the Jayhawks right there. I'm not talking about that. That was 27 days ago. That was back in the day. Dude, I'm telling you, that Kansas State value right there. I don't know who. Just because TCU beats Texas. Gary Patterson's been beating Texas since he showed up in the Big 12. And he goes into Austin. I mean, that's not like a surprise. And to act like Texas is some big deal, they're not. They're not. They want to be, they should be, they try to be, but they're not. They're not that good. They should have lost to Tech. They should have lost the ball game to Tech. Tech had them beat. Tech gave it away. And they had to get an onside kick, just like Dallas against Atlanta. Just take that. If you didn't see the game, you take that and you put that in college. And that's what had to happen for Texas to not have already lost 2 games. Anyways. I'm just saying there's value there. That's what I'm talking about. There's your picks. It's the Clay tablet. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. All that good stuff.